Hey everyone, welcome back to Megaverse Builds. Today we are back at Spotify Camp Nou with massive progress across the stadium. And the lead lateral diamond just had one of the most explosive single-day jumps we have seen all summer. Let's get straight into it. Before we begin, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any future Camp Nou updates. We're starting at the lateral, where the lead diamond has gone from 0 poured pillars yesterday to 6 fully poured and formwork stripped columns today in the space of a single afternoon. Yesterday, there was not a single column encofrado. Today, 6 are standing with their panels already removed, revealing clean concrete. Several more columns still have their circular formwork panels being lowered into position right now for the next round of pours, which could happen as early as tomorrow. By the end of the week, this diamond could have every pillar and column poured and stripped, setting up a significant structural milestone for this building. Just as striking is the shoring beam framework now appearing in the central section of this diamond. The sopandas are going in between the columns, setting up the support grid that will eventually hold the floor slab panels for the roof structure above. This is the same sequence already completed on the lead diamond's previous level, and seeing it begin here confirms the entire diamond is climbing steadily toward its next major milestone. New white protective sheeting has also been installed around sections of this diamond and a neighboring one, brought in and laid out by crane. The purpose is likely moisture control or sun protection during the curing process. Either way, it signals the team is managing the quality of the fresh concrete carefully given the intense summer heat. 4 glass panels have been installed at the south goal corner diamond since yesterday, with none in place when filming took place the day before. Workers were seen tapping the newly placed panels to seat them correctly, confirming installation is active and ongoing. This is the first curtain wall glazing visible on any of the lateral diamonds, and it marks a significant visual step toward these buildings taking on their final appearance. The framing profile is already confirmed as a dark gold-toned aluminum, consistent with the finish seen on the Tribuna side diamonds. Block wall construction inside this same diamond is also advancing fast, with crews actively laying concrete blocks and the walls in some sections already approaching ceiling height. Interior activity here has been consistently high across recent days, and the combination of interior blockwork and exterior glazing starting simultaneously shows how many parallel phases this diamond is now running at once. Over at North Goal, more louvers have been added to the false ceiling section since the last morning session, extending the run slightly further into the stretch. The crane was staged with another panel loaded and ready when filming took place, suggesting installation continued through the afternoon. Alongside this, protective blue safety netting lonas are now going up in the section just ahead, tracking the utility pipe installation that will follow along the underside of the cantilever before louvers can advance further into this part of the false ceiling. Once that section of piping is complete, the louver crew should be able to move in quickly given how much anchor bolt preparation work has already been completed. At the corner near Tribuna, anchor bolt installation continues in the false ceiling zone, with crews placing bolts systematically and additional louver bracket support pieces being positioned via crane. The mobility core interior beams in this corner have now been fully coated in white primer, with all the brushwork crews active here in recent days clearly finishing their pass through this level. Once the primer phase is complete, the final black paint coat can follow, after which sandwich panel coverage becomes the next step for these cores. At South Goal, the mobility core sandwich panel coverage on the interior face is now within 1 or 2 rows of reaching the first cantilever level, with installation clearly wrapping up on this face. 4 compression ring phalange boxes remain staged in this zone alongside a pillar, confirming the tower crane here still has lifts ahead before its handover to the Tribuna cranes. At Tribuna, a phalange box appears to have been installed today, spotted with its crane slings still being released when filming began. The compression ring is visibly pushing into this corner now, and with new louver bracket supports also being fitted in this zone and falsework being assembled at multiple positions, activity here is clearly ramping up. The ring's progress toward the Tribuna midpoint is picking up pace with every visit, and the staging area remains fully stocked with pillars, radial beams, and additional boxes ready for the next sequence of lifts. Back at the lateral mobility cores, guide rails are being strung between anchor bolts at two separate core sections, a direct preparation step for louver installation. This work is running slightly ahead of the same process at South Goal, raising the possibility that the lateral cores could see their first louvers before South Goal, something that would have seemed unlikely just a few weeks ago. Multiple platforms were active across different core sections simultaneously, and the anchor bolt banding work, spotted here in recent days, appears to be wrapping up as alignment is confirmed. The VIP ring's curtain wall glazing is now nearly complete around most of the perimeter, with glass panels and aluminum profiles in place across the majority of sections. Door frames for the VIP access points are now confirmed installed, and staircase areas within the ring have been painted yellow as interior finishing advances. The old temporary handrails at the Tribuna VIP entrance have been replaced with permanent quality barriers, a noticeably cleaner finish at this level. Up in the third tier, all seating steps are confirmed installed across the full bowl. Scaffolding in the Tribuna section sits higher than in the rest of the upper deck, possibly for a press or broadcast platform. Temporary floodlights are being relocated upward from the second tier, with ventilation pipe connections progressing simultaneously via scissor platforms inside the structure. So, to wrap up, 6 poured and stripped columns appearing overnight on the lead. Lateral diamond was today's biggest story by a distance, with glass panels going in at the south goal corner diamond right behind it. North goal's louvers keep advancing, Tribuna's ring keeps pushing forward, and the lateral's mobility cores could be the first to receive louvers on their cores. If you enjoyed today's update, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more Camp Nou construction coverage. There is still so much to come at this stadium. Thank you for watching, and as always, Visca el Barça.